All right, all right. Time to start our live stream today. We are live streaming with quite a few Apex accounts, and I've got 20 now, 20 Apex accounts. I thought two were blown yesterday, but there was a problem with Apex and Rhythmic, and they gave them back to me. So I do have a full 20 accounts now. And we have a position open right here just on one. And these four that you're looking at are the four I'm working with, but they're copy pasted to four others. So actually 8 accounts are being traded um, with this strategy so far. Now, I haven't started all 8 of them. Like I said, we are only live in the one on the top left, and that is connected to another one on another monitor that you cannot see. I can drag it over if you want to see it, though. Here it is right there. So yes, that's connected to that, and the other 3 are not in a position yet, but they're all 3 connected to 3 other Apex accounts. So I'm copy pasting one at a time, and I'm not trading them all at the same exact time because my strategy is to scale in when price moves around and enter in different Apex accounts at different levels. That way, if I blow one, the other ones can be entered in at a much cheaper price or a better price, and I have a much better chance of passing some of these. My goal is to pass as many as I can in the next 30 days. I don't know how many I'm going to pass. Hopefully I'll pass one because I'd like to get a payout. Now, the strategy that I'm using here is not necessarily the strategy I'm going to be using after passing. Okay, so just know that. I'm not even sure if they let you trade the way I'm going to be trading in real money accounts because they changed the rules. So averaging down, dollar cost averaging. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second here. Let's stop that from going. Okay, so what we're going to do here is kind of explain. I think I did. We got 4 we're working with here, 20 altogether. Only one is in a position buying at the high level. Here is why I didn't want to take too big a position and do too many accounts, because here's the day chart you're looking at right here in the top left. And you can see that it is quite high up already. 177 point move from the very bottom. It's almost time for the opening bell. Get ready to trade. Turn that opening bell off. The opening bell's in a couple of minutes. And we're having a nice drop here. Nice drop. Who knows what today's going to hold? We already had the jobs earnings report. And there's a 945 report, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot what that was. So the plan here really is to, at certain levels, enter in positions on the other Apex accounts. So I would say if this drops 50% down into this area here, a good 80-point drop, I will activate this account over here in the top right. And that's the idea. One of the accounts is going to catch a nice bounce. And if that's the idea, to figure out how to at least pass a couple of these Apex accounts in the next 30 days, because I do not want to pay the next month's fee on them. Okay. Now, this might be a pretty good dip right here, but we got the opening bell in 2 minutes, so I'm going to wait, see what happens here before well, how far down has that become here? That's only a 45-point drop. It could probably go down to this next level right here before I got an alarm set over there. So let's see if well, that pivot right here at the top is also a nice area. Let's see if it penetrates down into that area there where we could probably try to buy something. Not in any big a hurry right now to do anything. Not in any big hurry. Actually, let's see what the opening bell gives us. If the opening bell dips, I will definitely buy something. It might just rip right up. We might see the high of the day already in place. We don't really know. So we're just kind of playing it the best we can here. And hopefully I'm going to try to edit this video so I can put in a picture on it. We're live streaming. I want to change the picture on that. Okay, upload a thumbnail from the desktop. While we're waiting, the opening bell's any second. Okay, there we go. Save. Okay. All right, where's the opening bell? And then the opening bell is now. Okay, so let's see if that goes down and gives us a better price. I'd like for that to drop down. I'm going to have an order waiting actually down here.
Order submitted.
Down here in this area where it took off from 51. On one of the other accounts. About a 71-point drop from the high. I think that's a reasonable area. If this is going to be a bull run, that's a pretty good pullback. And it's pulling back into this structure here. Okay, I'm at the top level of that structure, so we'll see what happens. This particular account, I already made some overnight money in one of them, $275. And I did some testing right here that was profitable. But this drop right here on this particular account, we're down to $110. So let's see what happens when it comes down a little further. Come on down. Come on down.
Order filled.
Okay, so let's see what we got. We're long 2 right here on that account at that level, at that price. So I entered in 2 right here actually. And what I do is I just go keep scalping, keep taking profits. Now you see if it keeps dropping, I'm going to wait for a good dip. We're going to enter in on another account over here. But it's got to go down a lot. You do it too soon and all your accounts are too close together in the area that you enter in, it's going to, you can blow them all. Because if this day happens to turn into some kind of wild reversal day where it turns red and comes down here, you're looking at one of the large moves on the NASDAQ, which is this big box right here, that's why I carry it day by day. I'll transfer it to see what could possibly happen on one of the largest days. And this is about a 500-point move. The NASDAQ is capable of a 500-plus point move. So I'm aware anything could happen. This thing could come down to test this pivot way down here. It seems unlikely, but if you go look at the daily chart and you look at the largest days, the largest red days, you'll see that they are 500-plus point moves. And we don't know what's going to make a market move like that, and it doesn't really matter. What matters is we can't enter in our positions too fast, too soon on all these accounts. There's no way. There's no way. Okay, so now we're in 2 positions on 2 accounts, but they are connected to 2 other accounts. If we go look at the other monitor, far left, you could see those 2 accounts on the left side that are connected to the accounts on the right side of my computer. So this is the left monitors, and over here are the right monitors. Right monitors are what I'm using to look at. Okay, now the idea is to play these accounts against each other. And what I mean by that is if this one goes green, I'm going to try to take some profits on it. Take profits on it and get out of it. Meanwhile, this can go back up to break even, and if it goes up higher, it'll turn profitable. And I'm not going to enter into anything until this thing gets down to the previous day's low or high, which is this white line. If it comes down here, I will be interested in getting in on another account, one other account, and I'll just enter in a starter position on that. Okay, so that's what we're doing, and it may not go lower. It may not go lower, and if it doesn't go lower, then we are in our positions, and hopefully we'll be able to build some confidence here and entering in some more of the Apex accounts or building a larger position. I like to start off slow. I like to start off slow in the morning. A larger position. I like to start off slow. Okay. So it's just a matter of watching and waiting. Is it going to hold this level or not? 60-minute chart's very, very bullish. I like the 60-minute chart. It's a mean looking candle, but we're talking about the NASDAQ here. This thing could come slamming down into this gap all the way down where this box is horizontal. It could slam down real hard into these uptrend. But what's good about it is this an uptrending, very strong bullish moving averages. And, we could feel confident to try to catch a bounce down there somewhere. That doesn't mean it's not going to reverse and continue down. It just means we expect a bounce. And a bounce is not necessarily saying I'm going to hold it for a big move. I'm just interested in catching a bounce so I can take a profit, right? That's what we're looking at.
Order filled.
Okay, what I'm doing over here is adding 1 to this position. So now we're long 2 in the top left, long 2 on the bottom left. I wanted to average my price down a little bit here on this, because if this gets profitable down here, I'm going to take my profits, and then if it gets close to up here, I could break even on one of them, or I can just hold it, and then taking profits on this one if it gets higher, then I can sell and rebuy if it comes low again. So I'm rebuying after selling it. So that's the goal here, with the intention of I don't care if it drops, because after I sell for profit, if it drops, that's good, right? That's fine. So let's keep an eye on this. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Let's save our work. Hopefully our computer will last. You can see over here, I'll show you, all the accounts that are active are 4 because we're copy pasting 2 of them. And they're all red. Active unrealized P&L right here. So just want to show you that. Now again, I'm hoping that this comes up so we can take some profits on this particular one here. It may be stubborn. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Order submitted.
Okay. All right. What do we got here? Okay, I'm gonna go get some coffee, hang tight. Well, one thing's for sure, I'm going to be real careful here. I'm not just going to keep buying and buying and buying. This is dropping a lot more than I wanted it to so quickly. But this is where you have to do the buying. This is where the buying is taking place. So either we want it to come down here or not. Now that line hasn't been touched yet. Yesterday's high. Right here. Will this turn into some kind of reversal pintail? Bull trap kind of day? I like to tune into other channels while we're waiting here and listen to other people's opinions.
The markets. Am I going to have to pile into a short while we potentially go into a hot conflict, a hot war, and I'm making money? That's an interesting spot to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Moral conflict. Welcome to the moral conflict of trading. Profiting off of bad news. It's been an internal struggle for a long time. It's very, very.
If I can interject,
Yeah.
the S&P is traded basically to the point of control from yesterday, which was 53.40 even. Still no gap closing the Nasdaq. The S&P has closed the session gap.
Okay. Thank you, John. Yeah, Austin, very, very tricky. Go ahead,
If I
Anne-Marie.
could do a flip take on that, Austin. So
Hold on. Hold on. Why is the market so thin?
We got a number coming out. Sorry, my apologies. We got a number coming out 8:45 Central. S&P Services PMI, S&P Manufacturing PMI. Nice catch, Michael.
Thank you.
So did you see that from the dome, Michael? It just thins
Yes,
out
it's the
immediately.
only way
Raise the
to
ladder,
do it.
yeah. You
That's
raise the
why,
ladder
guys,
like a-
pay up, get the level 2 data. We don't give that one away for free. That's a little. Oh, geez.
Coming out right now. Coming
There
out
it
right
goes.
now.
Oh, we
We're
just
like
got filled.
18,000.
10.
About 10? Okay, we're long 10 house
Yeah.
account. Looking for the actual number. John, if you see the number before me, wow, we are long. We are into long 10 from what? 900s, Michael?
Yep. Where are we getting
Trailing
out
my
on this
stop
one?
lower.
I don't know. We haven't discussed that yet. We're at 20 points in the money right now. Better than expected. S&P Composite PMI, better than
Yes.
expected.
Where are we getting
We're
out
looking
on this
for-
one? We're up
Nice
5,000,
fill.
guys. Come on. What are we looking
Bill,
at? Out.
what are we trying to get out? Big Cook, talk to
I
me.
only got 10 of them.
All right.
We got to get up over that VWAP.
All right, well, I'm taking
Target
time.
940s.
We
Target
don't have her out.
940. Target 940.
On my ES short, I'm trailing the stop lower in case you guys are right and we pop higher. I've got to stop at 47.75 now.
Got long 10 from 18,900. Targeting
2,900. We had that working. I probably should
Yes,
have
we
had
did.
that working. That's why I didn't pay attention on that one, so that's on me. This is a gimme trade.
We're
Which we
targeting-
don't have an out.
Yeah, we do
What are
40s.
we
We're targeting 40s.
Okay. All right. Then and what's the stop?
Stop 20 points typically 20 point stop. We'll full screen the house account here.
Are we seeing a fade on the gap from the ES right here?
40s, target 940s.
Today's an interesting day. We go average daily range, the 30-point average daily range over the last 5 days to the upside pre-market, and we're about to go back down 30 points from market open to now. The high to the low.
And Marie, the S&Ps are inside yesterday's range and inside yesterday's value. The longer they stay there, the longer it's going to look like that's acceptance of lower pricing.
Lower prices into that 53.18. Is that what you were saying? This one is that 50? What was that number?
40.
So what I'll probably do is break out of this. If this gets to break even, I'm just going to get out of this particular trade here and just wait to see if it's going to stabilize and go back up. I got this one still at the top to hang on to. But we're right at yesterday's high. If it breaks below that, we're right at the 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart. We're in the caution zone on a 10,000 tick chart. That's probably going to break lower, it looks like. I think it wants to go to that gap down there.
But how long do I gotta be? What do I gotta earn for that?
We're still pushing down
Well,
here, Michael.
now, yeah.
This is gonna find some buyers down here. 18,890. We're gonna see some more buyers down here, I'm guessing. We just have that 5 lot on?
Yeah, should we put them back on?
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, this is the level.
This is level 3 check
Okay,
marks.
what do we
Yesterday's
do? We
high.
have how many? We have check
got
marks
3.
right here, right?
Okay, I got Anne-Marie. I got the levels here. Hogue, I guess the levels are Hogue. Hogue, what do you think? 18,000. We're right below 18,900. 18,890 is the level. I don't see.
We can hold
20
it to
points
see
for
the
my-
press.
We're long 20 from evens.
Oh boy. Let's go. Try it again.
I know,
I gotta
I know,
stop at
Austin, I know.
53.46. So if you guys are right, I'm gonna still make money. I've already realized 1,000. So, but if I just at break even on this account now, dug it all the way out of drawdown with just this one trade. So do I have to Venmo
Beautiful
President
trade,
Xi
Austin.
if the macro has helped me here? Thank you, Anne Marie. Do I owe President Xi any money on this? I'm wondering. You know.
So here's the thing
Mm-hmm.
about trading downside pressure in war. It only really works for about 3 to
Little bit
8
of time.
trading days.
Yep.
And then after
Hey.
that, it's straight up.
Yep.
War is good for markets
Yep.
because it
is.
sends everything into building mode.
Building mode, right?
Everything
You
into
gotta
building.
spend.
So
Yep.
I think it's I actually have been so out of pocket with the news, Austin. Your commentary about Taiwan is the first I've heard. And so I find that to be quite interesting. I find it
Yeah.
to be quite interesting because
Well, the news it's easy to get bogged down with a lot of noise. It's hard to know. And I actually defer to Twitter. Twitter, if you find the right people to follow, you can get really good
100 lot
unbiased.
on the NASDAQ here on the bid here, Mike. We got 100 lot on the bid here. 18,906, 112
What?
lot
it's holding.
on the bid.
What's the stop? Because I have 8078s, and you said 20 handles below that.
Yes. We held 1890s though.
How many are you still
mean,
long?
20.
We're long 20.
If
Speaking
it
of
can't
Twitter,
hold this range, I think it's probably got another 40 points on it to the
yeah,
downside.
so. It is.
I'm thinking
it is
about stepping
creepy.
out here. I'm now the
Creeping
XFA was
onto
down
it,
2K to start the day, now positive 112. What do you think about that,
go.
Michael? If you start the day down 2K and you dig, that's 2 max daily loss days for me on that XFA. I recover them all right now. Do you walk away and just say, yeah, I'm done? Or do you keep trailing the stop on this last contract and try to
Don't
milk
trade
it?
your balance. Trade
I think
the-
you locked.
trade-
Yeah, you locked it
trade
out.
the
We're stopped
formation.
out.
Stopped out. We got stopped out.
Yep. Yep. Okay, cool. That
Hashtag
one.
don't fade Austin. Sorry.
Hashtag don't fade Austin on that one, guys. Hashtag don't fade Austin.
Michael,
It
you
held
look
for a
so
second.
serious this morning. You look so serious. Got
Who's
a lot
that?
going on.
Yeah, that's
It's
20
Anne Marie.
29s.
I'm saying you look really serious. I'm thinking there's a lot going on between.
What was it?
Oh,
What was
me?
the damage on that one?
Yeah.
When I have multiple things going on, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. When I have multiple things going on, you can see it.
Those are my favorite
Yes.
people.
Okay, so yes, war. I don't know what's going on with the news. They're talking about some kind of news with China and war. I haven't heard it. I don't know how serious it is, but the market is going down drastically. So, worst case scenario, if I can't get out of these, because by the time you take a $500 loss, your drawdown's 2,500. The thing might bounce and go right back up. So the way I play these challenges is just if it blows, it blows. If I can get out of it, great. For break even, fantastic. We're only trading, 4 out of the 20. So we're not trading all 20 at the same time. And that's why I do it this way, so that we don't blow them all at the same time. Here's that day chart that we were saying, well, what if it turns red? What if it goes down? What's the biggest move it can do? That's why we got that stuff there psychologically to keep us, aware. Can this go all the way down and crash? I mean, I don't know what kind of war we're talking about. I don't know what the news is today. I just don't. But let's see if it turns red, if it tries to go fill the gap from the previous day here. All right. We're just going to have to be careful about opening up accounts with any other of the apexes while this is going on. Okay. So I'm going to hold the ones I got because you never know what's going to happen here. And there may be a point where it does finally choose a bottom. Maybe it's going to go down and test this gap and then find its bottom in that area, gap, and pintail back up into to some stability. Or if it decides to keep going down into these levels here, which is yesterday's low, right? We don't know. I don't really necessarily want it to keep going because that's I like where it's at right now. Maybe fill the gap and bounce. Fill the gap and bounce would be great. But it definitely looks like it wants to keep going. So we'll see if we blow these 2 accounts or not here. Well, 4 accounts actually.
Order canceled.
Opinions. saying-
Confirmations.
Yeah, saying the same thing. But if you weren't one of those opinions, I'm going to then say we need to change our strategy, house account strategy, to then pull a check mark back. It's a 2 check mark one. It's not a 3, because
Yeah, I can understand that.
It-
So to answer
yeah,
your
did
question,
you get
Michael,
it?
about me wanting to be short, so this morning I actually had a long on a combine. Past that combine, it was a 50K. I needed a couple $100. So I had not a strong short bias coming into it. But when we see the sell-off, I'm looking at ES from 53.60 into 53.50s, and at market open we dipped 55. My thought is I'm seeing something in the macro. There's a lot of news on my Twitter feed about this China-Taiwan thing. That is not bullish to me. Seeing that we've run up, I almost feel, and this is where I'm giving opinion, not stats, I almost feel like there has to be some type of a pullback in a sense. We had a great run up, NVIDIA earnings. There's going to be something. Did I know it was going to sell off 30 points? No. And I don't know why it did, but I knew that we had the potential to sell off if the market would open bearish, as it did. I mean, if you even look at a 1-minute chart, we have 5 or 6 1-minute bars that are up. Every other 1-minute bar in the last 30 minutes is down. So it's like just kind of
Beep,
same
beep,
way you
beep,
do,
beep,
Michael.
beep, 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 beep. 5 minutes to home sales coming out 9 o'clock. 5 minutes.
So it was macro, Mike. It was
Austin,
macro.
are you still short?
I am still short. Yep, trailed stop at 31.
53.18 complete.
so
53.18 completes the value acceptance play.
Okay, that would be a great exit. I want to realize this game, but Anne Marie says don't look at the P&L. So I'm closing my eyes. I'm not looking at the P&L.
okay,
Just
so
trade the formation. Sorry.
going back to that trade just really quickly, when we got filled at the 900s, and then it popped, and we had like, I don't know,
30
15
points.
handles, 20, 30. Okay, so we had that into it. We didn't have we didn't, okay, yeah.
I would have locked my stop
Anne-Marie,
on that one,
what-
Michael. On that first one, as you started
All
looking
right.
for that pop, I would have locked my stop and said, okay, if we pop, I'll take a win. If not, if it keeps sliding, I don't want to be in this. And maybe even
And that's
consider
what you,
flipping then.
yeah. Well, that's what you did on the reverse side because you were on the ES and you
Exactly.
said, "Hey, I'm going to watch for this pop. I've got my stop, but if it doesn't hold the pop, I'm still staying
going.
in here," which
Exactly.
was the same thing we were watching. But
All right, I'm out.
we have a tendency to ignore that information that comes off that might be a red herring. And so, you know, I remember going, "Hey,
Okay. All right, so let's keep it cautious here. Nice, strong drop down. 15-minute chart, hourly chart into support levels. I just don't know what's going on with this news. And like I said, war can change anything, anytime, anywhere. No matter what the structure, patterns, there's always that moment where, you know, an asteroid could hit the Earth, kind of thing could take place. But we're only trading two of the accounts out of 20. And so we're not in jeopardy of blowing all of them because of this. And that's exactly why I enter in each account at a different level, looking for that bounce. And hopefully that strategy will get us at least passing a couple of these in the next 30 days, even if most of them are blown. So we're long two accounts, the top left and the bottom left, which are attached to two other accounts, copy pasted. So we're really trading 4 accounts out of 20 accounts. You can see right here all the accounts we have on the NinjaTrader, and only 4 of them are active, unrealized profit. They're in the red. The others are safe. And my goal right now, because of this news, unexpected news, and just the feel of the market now has changed, just to break even and get out of these accounts and try to save them. Because even if we can't do anything profitable today, break even and maybe switch and go short. But right now, it doesn't make sense to get out of the market when this thing can just bounce and go straight back up. So if it bounces and goes straight back up, we break even, save the accounts. We'll still have 20 accounts to play with. So, I'm not, when it comes to just passing these accounts, the rules are different. You can dollar cost average. You can do a lot of different things. The real money accounts with Apex, I don't think they'll let you trade that way. But right now we're just trying to pass them so that we can trade our other strategies to get a payout. All right, so that's the goal. Pass as many as I can, 90% off, $16 an account. I got 20 of them. I'm gonna try to pass as many as I can in the next 30 days, and then cancel everything except for the past ones, and then activate them, and then hopefully go with realistic trading strategies to get payouts. When I feel comfortable that it's not going to keep going down, I could definitely think about adding more than 2 micros. Right now we're long 2 micros in both accounts at different levels. But I don't want to keep adding until I feel like, okay, I think this thing's found its bottom, or somewhere near its bottom. Because right now it's fallen below yesterday's high. Previous day's high, it's fallen below that. Here goes a test of it, and it could just keep rotating down. There's no reason to add to the position yet. Okay, if anything, I will look for trend line breaks, 5,000 tick chart over here, to see if that gives us an idea that it maybe it's ready. Trend line break here, and it tried to break out. Maybe it will break out. I don't know, but if it breaks out and retests it, gives us a higher high and a higher low right here, I'll be more ready to build and add and lower the average price, and then break even and get out of the trade, and then look for shorts in the afternoon. So what did it do? It did go down into the gap, but it didn't close the gap yet. 10,000 tick chart. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, see, it wants to keep coming down. So if it's going to be a 500-point red candle day, pintail reversal, World War III reversal red day, then it's very possible we could blow these accounts, especially if we keep adding on the way down. I do not want to add any more on the way down. There's a $2,500 threshold on these accounts. $2,500 is all you can lose. So if it does crack 25,000, then they're blown. Sorry, $2,500. $2,500 is the maximum loss you can have on a 50K account. Okay, so let's see what happens here with the trend line break. 10,000 tick, 5,000 tick. We're looking at the trend line break here. Moving averages are still intact, really. They're all above each other. The 20 has not crossed under the 50 yet. It's in the danger zone, but sometimes that's the best price. Now, the 5,000 tick chart has crossed, but that's to be expected on a big pullback. Let's see what this trend line break does right here. It's already got a higher low right here. If it breaks this pivot here, breaks the high part of this, that's going to be a good sign. Okay. We want it to get higher than that box right there and hold. Okay, then after it does that and starts, maybe it'll go in a range in this area as long as it makes higher highs. You know, it could be a bear flag, no doubt. But if there's a choppiness to it, it could chop enough high and low range to get us out of this. Because if it chops in this range, let's go like this, and I feel comfortable with that. As long as it makes higher highs, higher lows, I can add to my position and lower my average price and then get out of this trade and look for shorting, look to short it. Okay. It could be a fake breakout, though. It could be a fake breakout. Where's our drama music? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Oh, that's an ugly 4-hour candle reversal right there, boy. Plenty of room for this channel to come back down in a 4-hour chart too. 4-hour chart channel. A sharp move up with plenty of room to come back down into the ranges and tests. It's not saying the bull run's over. It's just saying there's a lot of room for correction. A lot of room for correction. I would like to get out of these positions and reset my thinking on it. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Weekly chart. Ah, 60-minute. Yeah, that don't look good. 15-minute. Let's get a nice strong bounce before we go down would be nice. If I even get close to breaking even on those, I think I should go ahead and take a minimal loss. And I had no idea war was going to break out today when we started. You know what I'm saying? You never know. That's why we can't trade all the accounts at the same time, at the same levels, with the same position sizes. There's just, that's a good way to blow all the accounts at once. Very good way. So, okay, let's rethink this. Is it going to hold? It's underneath yesterday's high, the white line going across. It's trying to break this trend line. There's some good positive things going on here. It's over. It's making higher highs. That's good. That's what we wanted to see. Now, the closer it gets up here to my average price on this bottom left one, if it gets up here, spikes up here, I'm going to close this for break even. Stuff like that'll completely mess your thinking up. China and Taiwan war and all this business. I mean, who knows how far down the market will go. And that's what, I haven't even heard the news. That's what somebody else is saying. Okay, so let's see. It did break the trend line. It is above yesterday's previous high. Micros, NASDAQ. Will it keep going? I could try this momentum play here with one micro. Let it pull back. That's what I'm thinking. If it does break the trend line and continue to go up, it's probably going to pull back. Let it pull back. We could try a trend line break, pullback, retest right here if it pulls back. Let it pull back. Back to the 50 EMA, 50%. Let's see if we can possibly get one micro, and if it goes down here, get out of it. I don't like momentum trade is viable also. Look for the breakout. Small, tight, very tight stop loss on that. So these are some of the strategies I would normally trade in a real paid account. My real accounts, the dollar cost averaging is not really the kind of trading I'm going to do with real money, just to try to pass these accounts while they're so cheap. That definitely looks like a reversal pattern. It just feels like it wants to go down right there. It could, well, that could go either way, couldn't it? Look at that. Talk about consolidation, choppy. That could definitely go either way. It did break the trend line. It's trending up. These are some of my favorite patterns. Tries to sell off a few times, comes up, consolidates, and breaks out. Yeah, well, I'm thinking about adding another one here. It looks like it wants to reverse bull. This is a nice pattern. It's struggling at the previous day's high, yesterday's high right here, this white line. It's trying to stay over the top, which is also over the top of the 20 and 50 EMA, which have not crossed one another yet. Sometimes the best price is when price pulls back to the 200 in the danger zone and the moving averages pinch and squeeze together like that. And boom, continue back up. I think I'm going to grab one.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, I'm adding one to this bottom left one, lowering the average price a little bit here.
Order submitted.
And I'm going to look to break even on this particular account, these two accounts, because one's copy pasted to the other. So I'm trading two, but I'm really trading four. Two of them are copy pasted to two others. So that gives us 4 accounts active out of the 20 accounts. Because of the drop, because of the huge news about war and all this business, I'm thinking I want to minimize my risk and maybe only trade 2 and see what happens for the rest of the day. I'm not really sure if it's going to keep going down or not. So now I'm heavier than I really like to be at this current time, but I'm still only trading the 2 copied to 2 others, so 4 accounts altogether. Let's see if it can hold above yesterday's, level, and here it comes. If this can't hold, it's going to be really rough. But the thing is, we really want this to be the bottom down here. Fake breakout. Fake breakout. The market, the way it moves, man, it fakes to the top, it fakes to the bottom, and then it goes in the direction that it wants to go in. There's no surprise at all with the NASDAQ that it whipsaws in both directions before it actually continues to go up. This is not a surprise if you've traded the NASDAQ long enough. And, that's why I like to just build my positions. But, in my real money account, I would be trading a whole lot differently, though. Dollar cost averaging is not necessarily at all the best strategy for long-term real money trading accounts. But to quickly pass an Apex account, because they allow that rule during the challenges, is not a bad strategy and not a bad idea. if we can not trade them all at the same time, don't trade all 20 at the same time with the same levels, same entries, same positions, and then have it go wrong, and you blow all 20 of them at the same time. I don't think that's the smartest way to do it. Okay. If the market does decide to go up and keep going up, we are still long these 2 micros on the top left in this particular account. So really position ourselves for a bigger move up and a smaller move up. But I think this is going to roll back down. Question is it going to break this low right here and keep going down with the day chart? We want this to maintain above. If it fills the gap, I can accept that. But you would think it would have already crashed down in there for the news about China and Taiwan. But it's below yesterday's high now, so it's falling back below the white line. And it looks bearish right there. I can see people shorting that, absolutely. Technically, yeah, technically speaking. All right.
Order filled.
I'm going to buy one right here on the third account and see if we can get a little bit of a bounce on that.
Order submitted.
Come on, get it.
Order filled.
Okay. All right, we just made 10, 15 bucks on that trade. It came down to the trend line right here and bounced. And that was just for the sake of taking, well, 10 bucks. We made 10 bucks on 2 accounts, 20 bucks. Just wanted to catch that little bounce right there. Got me on a fake breakout. Well. here we go. Come on, bounce off that. We took a little tiny trade on the trend line here on the first candle, not the second when it dipped lower. Got 10 bucks. I just hope this whole area does go back up here. If this is the range, then, and it holds this bear flag and it holds this trend line, possibly creates a channel going up here, then we're going to be okay, it looks like. But you know, this is what a bear flag looks like. It's a continuation down pattern. That's why nobody knows what's going to happen. One man's bear flag is another man's support channel. Definitely looks bearish. Oh yeah. Did it close the gap? It not quite. Did not quite close the gap yet. What are you gonna do, man? Let's do it. If you're gonna go down, go down. We need to find a bottom. I just... I'm trying to get out of this so I can go short. With the Apex Challenge, you don't really want to take a loss and have your $2,500 threshold diminished if you can help it.
Driving range, right?
I'm going out there today
Played
too.
yesterday.
They open up the driving range at
Another higher low is good.
Order filled.
Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do 3. Come on.
Order canceled.
Gosh, dog it.
Order submitted.
Well, we're long 6 on the bottom left, only 2 on the top left. I didn't want to double my size. I meant to buy only 1, and I meant to only be up 4. But right now, it might not be a bad thing. If I can just get this up here to break even, I'm out of the trade, and we would keep the entire threshold intact. That's if it gets up there. It's going to have to get up to this pivot again. Tell you what, if it gets anywhere near that pivot, I'll just break even and get out of this trade. Come on, get up there, buddy boy. Get up there and break me even, Sonny. Go on up there. You can do it. You can do it.
And it revitalizes economies that are within the conflict. And so your brain has to go, okay,
Get up there.
What's
Come on, get up
happening
there.
here? And so I'm not saying that won't be
Good grief.
an
Get up
issue.
there.
If someone says, hey, listen, we're going to do this, what they're really saying is, you need to come and tell me something that's going to make me happy and not want to do this. And what Yellen did 4 weeks ago is she went over there and said, hey, you guys are ridiculous about your XYZ. And then the Biden administration came right up on top of that and said, I'm making these huge tariffs, da 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 da.
Get up there, get up there, get up there. Go, 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 go. Be brave. Be brave. Chew through those offers. Chew through them. Keep going, keep pushing. Go right on up there and get me out, because I don't like what happened today. If anything, we should be shorting this. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Get it? Pop through there. Go up. There you go. Keep going. Push through there. There you go. Push through there. Right on up. Keep going. Breakthrough, 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 breakthrough. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. There you go. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Oh, you were so close. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it. Get me out. Get me out. Oh my gosh. Oh no. That is ugly. Trying to make myself wait patiently. Oh, it happens. Every trader has had it miss by one tick. It's every trader that I know. So, it's life. So we're still doing all right. I was thinking about adding some more when it drops because I don't think it's going to go much lower. It could go much lower, but I don't, if it gets down again, add, and then once it gets back to this pivot level here, it will definitely be, my average price will be low enough to get out of this trade, and then we can think about going short. Just want to get out of this trade for break even if I can first. And it could just be creating a range for the day, and that'd be great too if it stays in a range here. But it looks like it's trending up on a 10,000 tick chart. It looks like it's trying to break out of that. Hourly chart's trying to push up. 15-minute chart. There, here it comes down. This is where I need to think about possibly adding so I can lower the average price, coming back down to that trend line area. If it's going to create a higher high, this is where it's going to do it. This is where I either going to blow this account or I'm going to get out of this account.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm going to try. I'm either going to blow this particular account. I'm not in all 20 accounts. We're only in 2. Or we're in 4, but this is the 2 that I'm trading right here. Markets have suddenly took a downturn.
Order
because
canceled.
some kind of war going on. I don't know what's going on. I didn't hear the news.
Order submitted.
So let it bounce back up to this average price now with 12 micros. We're only down $400 on a $2,500 max threshold for the 50K account. If it goes past $2,500 on the 50K account, you blow the account. We are not entering in all the accounts at the same time. No. That would be bad. So yeah, either this particular account and the one that's copy pasted to are going to blow, and then we can, try to learn what we did wrong. But we still have 18 other accounts. Goal is to try to pass a couple of these before the 30 days is up, and then trade with much better strategies with real money and trying to get a payout. Basically, just trying to pass these with whatever strategy I can, just so I can pass them. Come on, get up there. Rotate up there, rotate up there. If you don't, you don't. Never know. Always looming war, bro. It's always a looming war. There's a war somewhere. Okay, come on down and do what you gotta do. Grief, stop ding-donging around. There it goes. 12. All right. Well, this won't last long. Not with 12 micros.
Doing it.
Over the weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You
Yeah.
joking or for real?
I'm for real, Derek. For real. Andre's.
There it goes, spiking past that. Where will it go after this? Keep going, keep going. Well, it's this account could be blown here. If it keeps going and right on down, and maybe if it closes that gap, this account's blown even. I tried to get out of it for break even. I think it's looking just for liquidity. Let's see, it swept that one. Not quite. Okay. Are we going to hit the bottom here or what? Well, that's hard to say. Hard to say. Yeah, that 60-minute chart looks like it wants to keep going down. I definitely smell a gap fill, which could definitely blow this account. 16s, yeah, it's going to blow this account if it gets down that low. I think Where's the 16s at? Well, we might have one account blown here. Still got a ways to go. Wants to fill the gap. Once it fills the gap, I think we might be close to blowing this one account out of the 20. We still have plenty left, but it's got to get down to 816. 1,400 down. $2,500 limit on the 50K accounts. That's all you're allowed, and it blows the account. Where's that gap at? The gap is right here. Somewhere in that box down there. We'll see. I think that's where it's going though. Pretty sure. We're gonna say bye-bye to one of these accounts, two of these accounts, because they are copy pasted. Two of them's copy pasted to two others. So we're actually trading 4 accounts. And they're both red right now. So what is the news that came out with Taiwan? I don't know. Let's ask old AI here and see. I'm just waiting for it to hit that gap. Close the gap already. Well, where's the chat at? You're not going to talk to me today? Bing. Still loading. Okay. News about China and Taiwan. Chinese threats against Taiwan. What else is new? "10 hours ago, China holds military drills around Taiwan as strong punishment." 3 hours ago, Taiwan scrambles jets and puts missiles, naval, and land units on alert over China's behavior. Okay, so that'll take an otherwise bullish market and make it correct. Taiwan condemns China's military drills as irrational. Okay, so we are 2,200 points, $2,200 away, so a little bit more, and this account's blown. We still have 18 others. It filled the gap. Good. That's good news. Let's take a look at the day chart here. No, it doesn't look like it filled the gap on the day chart. So any more down and this one's blown, unfortunately. What's the move so far on the day? Big old pintail reversal. These kind of days can have a 500-point move. If you go back and look at the NASDAQ and look at the biggest red days down, right now it's only at 215 points. These days can have a huge, yeah, so it's not even halfway to this box here. This is the box that I use to tell me the biggest candle range. and it's not even halfway there yet. So okay. I think it's going to be a big, ugly, nasty red candle down. Worst case scenario, we lose 4 of the 20 accounts. And best case scenario is we miraculously save this one here and the other one, which is not down as much. I'm thinking somehow in the middle I can save the top one, maybe not the bottom one. The bottom was too close to the threshold. If it bounces right here, then that'd be the miracle save, but I'm not too confident in that. The gap on the day chart has not been filled yet, so this news about Taiwan and China is probably just, today is just too much. I'd love to be going short, but I have to be on one side or the other. I could close, I just rather just if it's gonna blow, and then if it bounces, the other one will be safe, and then I wanted to get out of these before I started to short, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Hate being on the wrong side, man. News just out of the blue, but that's why in real money accounts you have stop losses and you get out. You don't hold and you don't keep adding. Not in real money. Not in real money accounts. You don't do that. This dollar cost averaging to pass these accounts here is one thing, but not with real money. You don't trade like this in real money. So here it comes back up. Hopefully it'll bounce. Hopefully that'll be the low. It's got a long ways to go up here to break even though. But what an ugly long move straight down it was. Nice clean trend line break on it. That's nice. I should have added that extra 6 down here instead of way up here, but I thought this trend line was going to hold and give me just enough to break even on this trade. Yeah, you got a long ways to go, buddy. Well, I've seen the NASDAQ move like that, though. I've seen the NASDAQ go right back up, and we'll see. That's why I don't like getting out of it sometimes, because as soon as you get out of it, it just goes right back in the other direction, and if you take a small enough position, a lot of times it just goes right back in your direction. Taking too big a position is why you have to have a stop loss so close in all this business. Okay, let's take a look at that. Day chart. I don't know. This could be a relief bounce. It could be a covering bounce. I like to see a short squeeze up to break even and get me out of at least this one. Then I can battle the other one. Figure out what I want to do on the other one. We're only down $570 on this one. I might be able to save the top one. I'm pretty sure I could, as long as I don't add too soon, too quick. We're long 2 micros on the top left, 12 micros on the bottom left. That's why we were just about to blow this account down here. And a little bit further down, if it goes past this pivot, this account's blown. So better hope that's the low. Uh-huh. One tick. Why don't I just...
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, I'm going to take the realized loss. 1,601, 569 in the other, and we're going to go short. And let's see if, hopefully it won't bounce now after I've switched positions. Oh, goodness gracious. And if it does, that's the way it goes sometimes. That's why people pull their hair out and get frustrated with trading.
Order filled.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Let's just blow these and get it over with. That's unbelievable. It goes right back up to my break-even point. Oh, that's so frustrating, man. That's a motherload frustration right there, buddy.
Order filled.
That is a very, very big frustration. It didn't quite get there, though, so... I'm short now. I've decided to change and go short, and as soon as I did, it started spiking up. But it never did get up to where... I wonder what I would have done. I might have actually closed if it got that close and spared the account. Took a $1,600 loss. We only have about $900 left as a threshold. So either I blast this to the downside and make some money on it, or it's going to get blown. It's going to get busted. Okay. All right, I will make a video with the updates of what happens to these accounts. You will see it, and we will be honest. Right now, I'm going to end the live stream, and we will see you tomorrow morning live streaming again, okay? Let me see if I can find the button to click here. A little frustrated about that, but that's the way the market is. These are Apex accounts, not real money. We're trying to pass them. We've got 8. If all 4 of these blow, we still got 16 accounts to go. So I'm pretty happy about that. You never know when news is going to come out and just completely wreck the day, but that's the way it goes. So we'll see you in the next video, Lord willing. Take care.